You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
So, yeah, dude, fucking, earlier I was telling you, like, last couple weeks I've had to just fucking call 911, like, every other fucking night when I'm at work. And, like, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before last, this fucking little bald Mexican dude comes up. And he's like, hey, I'm here to see so-and-so's ex-boyfriend. Fucking, he's Caitlin's ex-boyfriend. Where's he at? I want to see him. I want to speak to him. And I'm like, I don't know who you're speaking about or who you're talking about. I have no idea who that is, dude, but I need to see your ID. And he's like, nah, man, I ain't showing my ID, man. Where the fuck is he? I'm like, dude, no one's here by that fucking name, or I don't know who Caitlin's ex is or whatever the fuck that chick's name is, but this guy's not here. So either you need to show me your ID or you have to leave. And he's like, nah, man, I got my ID, but I ain't showing it to you. I'm like, well, then you gotta leave. And he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna stand right here, dude. I can stand right here. He's on the patio. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, dude, you can't be on the patio either. You can't be anywhere on this fucking property without your ID showing, or without showing me your ID. So he just stands there, and I'm like, all right, dude, you got two options. Either you're gonna leave on your own, or I'm gonna make you leave. So he just stood there still, and he was like, nah, dog, nah, I ain't going nowhere. So I got up in his face. He's like, don't be coming at me like that, dog. So I just fucking grabbed him by his fucking arms and just fucking ragdolled his ass down the fucking staircase. And then it's like 2 flights of stairs, so I was just fucking like grabbing him, just fucking yanking him. He's just all like getting yanked, like he's fucking totally limp noodle ragdolled and shit. And he's like, what are you doing, dog? You don't have to do this, dog. Why are you doing this? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then finally I get him down to the bottom of the staircase, and then I just shoved him, and he like falls to the ground. And then he gets up and acts like he's gonna pull out something from his waistband, and he just like does this number with like his hand gesture, like he's gonna pull out a gun, And he's like, "Oh, you look at him, I'll just pull out a gun and fucking blast you right now, fool." And I just stood there, and then the other bouncer like came up to see what's going on, And he's like, "Yeah, just call 911." So I call 911. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, call the cops. I ain't scared of no fucking cops." I'm like, "All right, then stay here and get arrested, dude." So I ended up calling the cops. I'm like. Or call 911. I'm like, yeah, I got a dude here. He won't leave the property. He's got a plaid shirt on. He's like probably 5'7", 5'8". He's got a bald head. He's wearing a gold chain. And then fucking he gets on his bicycle with a little fucking basket and rides off.
He had a basket?
I was thinking, like, dude, if you're gonna like come be a tough guy, why would you show up on a bicycle with a fucking basket on the front?
Well, maybe the basket holds his lunch,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But either way, it was ridiculous. And then on Saturday night, we had these guys from Inglewood come in, and I wasn't even working, but I was still there sipping on a drink. And I guess one of the dudes was fucking like creeping out one of the chicks, so the bouncer was like, "Hey, bro, you gotta leave." And the guy was like, "Well, why'd I gotta leave, man? Why'd I gotta leave?" And he's like, "Because I told you gotta go. You gotta go. You're creeping out that chick. You're fucking drunk right now, dude. You gotta leave." And he's like, "Nah, man, I didn't even do nothing, man. I didn't even do nothing. Why I gotta leave?" And just being ridiculous, So it's just dragging out. It keeps repeating himself back and forth, back and forth. So then, the guy's like, you gotta close your tab out right now. You gotta leave. And then his friends start overhearing this shit, so then they start surrounding him. I'm like, what the fuck? Why's he gotta fucking leave and shit? And like, dude, you're a fucking pussy ass bouncer. You ain't gonna do shit. So I was, probably like 30 feet away or something. So I just walked over there and just kind of like stood behind him. I didn't even say anything. I was just like watching what's going on, getting a closer look basically, and making sure he didn't get jumped, And then then he started calling the police because he's like, I'm fucking don't think outnumbered. I have to get these guys out of here, And technically, we're not supposed to put our hands on anybody unless you feel threatened. But at that point, the only way you're gonna feel threatened is if they're beating your ass, So he's calling the police, and the fucking one guy's all mad because he's talking on the phone. And he's like, yeah, this fucking bitch is on the goddamn phone. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And fucking just going off and shit. And then he sees me staring at him. He's like, yeah, and this bitch too. He's fucking staring me up and down and shit. And I was just standing there. And he's like, what the fuck you looking at? Come over here right now and go to sleep. Come over here right now. I'll put you to sleep. And I was like, dude, you ain't gonna do shit. You're a fat fucking slob. This guy was like 350 pounds with like a fucking like stain on his shirt and like a sloppy fucking collar. Like,
nationality?
They're all Hispanic, but they're like we think we're black Hispanic or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, with Inglewood, Mexican.
Yeah. So I just started laughing at him, dude, and he was getting all mad because I wouldn't go over there. I'm like, dude, like, you think I want to go to jail for whipping your ass? Like, I was just talking, like, the owner of the bar was right there, so, you know, I'm not gonna fucking cause more drama on his property and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But I was still gonna run my mouth a little bit and fucking. Anyways, they ended up slowly leaving, but not before the cops got there, and then yeah, they got hassled.
Yeah, but what city were you in?
Redondo Beach.
Oh yeah.
And then fucking the next time I was there, fucking this dude was fucking shit faced at the bar, and he walks out and he like gives me this fucking weird look, like he wanted to say something, but he didn't. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then like there was nothing on the floor by me, and then all of a sudden there's like ice and fucking fruit everywhere after you walk by. But I was like looking the other way, so I turned around and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, why is there ice like by my feet? So the only thing I can think of is he had a glass in his hand and he fucking dumped it out, and he was gonna use that to fucking hit somebody in the face with the empty glass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I didn't think this at the time, but I was just like, why is there fucking ice on the ground? And then he's gone. Whatever. Okay, he's gone. And then like about 2 minutes later, I go outside and I'm checking the patio, and I just look over the balcony to look in the parking lot, and I see this fucking dude, like, you know, these two dudes in the parking lot, like, squaring off and shit. But the other guy, one of the guys looks like he doesn't want to fight. He's just kind of putting his arms like, dude, like, what the fuck, you know? Another guy, the guy that left the bar, is, like, trying to hit him. And, like, at first I thought they're fucking around. And then I start hearing, you know, so he's getting fucking popped and shit. So, I'm like, fuck, dude. This is the night when I was really tired. I really didn't want to fucking deal with this shit. So I'm like, once again, I had to call fucking police. Yeah, I got some people down there fucking boxing. Yeah, guy in a dark shirt. Yeah, I think the other guy, the dark shirt's the aggressor, blah, blah, blah. So then the cops show up, and then the guy heard the cops coming, so the guy who was aggressor, the dude that walked out originally, he runs up the fucking staircase and tries to sneak in back into the bar. And I was like, hey, you can't come up here, dude. And he's like, no, I got to, man. Fucking cops are coming. I'm like, yeah, I know. Call them on you. So then he gets all fucking, you know, puffs his chest out on me and shit. And then basically I'm like, you're not coming in here. And then he fucking tries to get tough. So he tries to like juke past me. I fucking just had to like pretty much bear hug him and just fucking yank his ass out of the bar. Well, not out of the bar, but like at the threshold, you know? Mm-hmm. And fucking just like carried him kicking and screaming to the police and shit. And fucking said, here you go. Here's the other guy. And they're like, oh, thanks.
Did you feel like Batman at that minute?
Well, everybody was looking at me like, oh, hey, good job, dude. Hey, good job. And I'm just thinking, like, dude, I need a fucking new job, dude. This shit sucks, man. It's like every fucking night I go to work, I'm like risking my life for this shit.
You should hang out in front of my apartments, dude. The other day there was a fight with these fools, and like at 2, 3 in the morning and shit. And one dude broke a bottle and stabbed the other guy, and the cops came
with a knife and shit, or like
no, with the broken bottle. And then some fucking chick was like, Ronnie, no, Ronnie. And there was a bunch of like fucking fools out there, and they were fighting each other. Like it seemed like what happened was there were a bunch of like I guess friends or somewhat friends, and then something happened between the two groups, and then they were running up and down like right there. You know how my house is at in that park right there, and going back and forth. And then fucking
how old would you say they were?
They were probably like fucking teenagers or maybe a little like in their early 20s and shit. And then I didn't get to see any of it. I just heard it, and my window was so fucking dirty that I couldn't see shit. So fucking my dad told me the next day, because you know his apartment's at the front, so he saw everything, and he was telling me about it and shit. And he goes, yeah, that they were fucking each other up. He goes, no, they were you know, because he's quick to talk shit about people who can't fight, and they just kind of like slap each other around, or they hug each other, and they end up rolling on the ground. You know, nobody gets hurt, but somebody has like a bit lip. You know what I mean? But no, he says they were fucking bombing on each other, dude, and they were fucking each other up. And next thing you know, somebody breaks a bottle and stabs the other dude.
How long were they going out there squaring off?
We heard them yelling for fucking like good like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30. You know what I'm saying? But they were going back and forth because like they were just like fighting each other, and then it was like one dude fighting one guy, then his friend would jump in, and then the other guy's friend would jump in because it wasn't fair. Then by the end, I guess it was 1-on-1, and that's when the bottle broke, and then the cops came, and then, you know, by the time I had to go to work, it was like, I don't know, like about to be 7, and then had a late start that day. They had that side blocked off, like taped off and shit, because they were, picking up the evidence.
So these fools are fighting at like 5 in the morning.
No, 3 in the morning.
It lasted that fucking long?
Yeah, dude. Because the cops came and then ambulances came because they had to take like I think 2 or 3 dudes.
Were these like white dudes or?
Nah, they were Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mexicans, man. Like fucking, these last couple of stories have been about them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Mexicans, dude, but they love to fight, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you would think, like, what's weird, too, is, like, I've done, like, security before at, like, like, Mexican rodeos and shit. And, like, these guys are all dressed nice and shit. Like, you think, okay, he doesn't want to get his pants dirty, dude. Fucking, like, he's got his best fucking $1 million fucking belt buckle on, dude. There's no way he's gonna want to fucking scrap it. And then fucking, sure enough, a few tequila shots later, they're fucking out there fucking starting shit. And, like, these guys are, like, trying to fix their hair while they're fucking swinging and shit,
A few tequila shots later.
I mean, it's just, it's funny, dude. Like, I mean, even some of these dudes, like, you think they're cool with each other, too, And, they're still fucking just going at it like they're... I mean, I remember a couple times fights would break out of those rodeos, and, like, I'm breaking it up and shit, and I'm fucking, like, pulling this guy away. He's like, no, it's my brother, dude. It's my brother. I mean, it's your brother. Why the fuck are you hitting him in the face and shit, I mean, it's bizarre.
Alcohol, man. That's what it'll do.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I mean, I drink alcohol all the time, and I don't feel like whooping someone's ass every day,
You sure about that?
I mean...
You go back to the whiskey days and...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I had some whiskey in me and someone like gives me shit, but I mean, I think I'm a different story where like people always want to pick. They want to like. They want to. What's the phrase I'm looking for? They want to like size me up and choose me on because this guy looks like a tough guy. I want to. I got some fucking booze in me. I want to fucking fuck with this dude. If I was the dude that never gets fucked with, like Fate. Fate never gets fucked with, dude. This guy will, like, grab your girlfriend's ass, and the guy will just be like, oh, it's just Fate, But I fucking, like, walk by somebody and fucking say, excuse me, and the guy's fucking in my face and shit, So I think I have a different, like, aura that puts out there,
Maybe they feel more threatened.
Threatened or whatever. That's why I don't even try to talk to people anymore, dude. Like, when I do work there or when I do go to the bars, I just try to stick in my own little corner and just, like if I go to a bar with somebody, I let the fucking table surround me and I just fucking stay in my little corner and usually never get up. But I don't know. I think I don't know what it is lately, but I've just noticed I've had a lack of interest in a lot of things. Like I don't know, when I was like fucking 15, dude, it seemed like every fucking video game that came out was gonna be the shit, Yeah. And now I went on, like, GameSpot.com earlier today to check out the top games, and, like, every fucking game looked fucking lame, dude. I was, like, looking at, like, Borderlands 2. I'm like, dude, there's no way I'd want to spend $60 or $65 for this game.
They're a lot, too, man.
Yeah, they're way more, and they're all, like, the same shit over and over again. It's just, like, I don't know if I'm just, like, depressed or something, or if I'm getting older, so this shit's, like, fucking... I'm too old for it now, or shit is just, like, legitimately sucking, or what, but... To me, like, there's, like, nothing more entertaining now than just, like, recording fucking music or working on a beat or fucking... What I've been working on lately is a typography video. You know what that is?
No.
It's like those videos where you see, the most recent one I can think of, or one of the most popular ones, is that song Fuck You by CeeLo Green. If you see the video, it's basically, like, the lyrics pop up as he says them on the screen. It'd be like that one, it's like a blank green background, and then it'll say like "fuck you" and "fuck you too," and then like the words like pop up like animated and shit. It. And then like the camera like follows the words and shit. It's weird. It keeps you entertained, but you're basically just reading the fucking words on the screen. I'll show it to you later, but I'm doing it in After Effects. But to me, like, hold on one second. I just got a text. Okay. All right. I just received a text from Mike Becker. He said he's 5 minutes away.
Cool.
We're about 40 minutes into this podcast, so he might be able to get in here in the last third of this podcast. I usually break it down to thirds, and I think we're almost past the second part if we break it into 3 parts. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't know. I've been having a lack of interest in a lot of things lately, and I'm asking you, I guess, do you feel the same way? Like, did fucking video games seem lame?
Video games been lame to me, but you know what? I do recognize that they are cooler now, though. I will say that, but I can't get into it anymore like I used to, and then I don't want to, man. That's a waste. Like, it takes up your time, and I got work to waste my time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather be doing my hobbies. You know, I'd rather be drawing, or I'd rather be like, I just got a baby. I'd rather be chilling with my baby. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be chilling with my wife. I'd rather be doing shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like video games by myself, or go hang out with James and do a podcast, or you know what I mean? Or go paint. Or, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I think I'd rather go paint. I think I'd rather do this. I think I'd rather do that. It just, but I see it, and like, you get to do like more shit. Like, when you remember the games we played, like, you could go into buildings, but they were empty. Or like, there'd be buildings everywhere, but you couldn't go into them. Like, Grand Theft Auto is like the fucking daddy of all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, give you that free roam shit where you just go around anywhere you fucking want. You jack somebody's car. Like, fuck you, give me your car. Shoot hookers, you know, shoot random people, old ladies. You know what I mean? It's the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, but then I'm just, like, kind of like, you know what, man? Like, I'm not gonna, like, get into it. It just didn't call me anymore.
So I think maybe you're in agreement with me. Then it's more just about, you know, we've developed a passion over the years. Yours being art, mine being music and video, and to me and to you, there's just nothing you'd rather spend your time doing. Yeah. Whereas when you're a teenager, it's like you wanted to play video games because, like, well, you have fucking free time. What do? You're not doing music. You're not doing art. Or maybe you were doing some sketches, but not like as hardcore as you are now. You know?
Got a lot more time when you're in high school, man.
That too. I think there's some people, though, that just, like, they never get a passion in life, so it's like that time's going to go towards video games, or it's going to go towards drugs, or it's going to go towards, like, I don't know, dealing with fucking girlfriends and all the bullshit that goes along with that, you know? Like, dudes that just, you know, their whole life is just like, okay, I'm going to go out bar hunting tonight, or pussy hunting at the bar. Like, that's all they do. Yeah. Because they don't have fucking anything else to fall back on as far as to keep them entertained, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I guess that's what it is. I just been noticing lately, though, just like, I was like, okay, dude, there's gotta be a new, I mean, I haven't fucking bought a video game since March, or February. The last game I bought was Twisted Metal for PS3, which is a dope-ass game, by the way. That's like the one game I've liked that's came out this year.
But it doesn't suck you in like you used to, right?
It sucks me in, but it's like, okay, I've got my hour of gameplay in, now I'm done. Yeah. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna do this all fucking day.
Yeah, I want to pass it. I want to see what's at the end and shit. Like, nah.
I kind of set myself rules. I like today. I didn't get around to it today, just because I got lazy. But I was like, okay, well, today I want to finish the song, A Near Death Experience. I had like a couple more tracks to vocalize or whatever, and fucking edit and mix it, and then that took about an hour or two. So I was like, okay, I want to make sure I get that out of the way. After I finish music, I want to fuck around with the typography thing for a little bit, because I'm still learning this program. I don't know that much about it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fuck around with the typography thing a little bit, get a little bit more work done on that. Then, if I still have time before the podcast, then maybe I'll get an hour, maybe 2 hours of some gameplay in of Twisted Metal, because I like to do that and just kind of fucking forget about what I'm doing with the fucking music shit, and then come back to it and be okay with a fresh mind. But I didn't end up doing that today. But that's how I look at it now. Like, get your work done, whether it's your job, your day job, or if it's like what you're doing for extracurricular. How do you say that fucking word?
Extracurricular activities.
That word.
Come on, man. You're half white. I'm all Mexican. You should be able to say that word.
I'm getting tongue tied because I have a little wine in me, or some virgin blood in me.
Some fucking.
It's like some vampire shit.
Yeah, fucking. You got some fucking.
We're drinking sangria red wine right now.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
This is all I really drink anymore. I don't like beer. I mean, I like beer, but I only have beer if I go out to like a restaurant. And like, you know, if you get like a fucking appetizer, yeah, I'll get a beer, because I don't want to drink wine with an appetizer, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's just, you know, you have like 1 or 2 beers and you're fucking bloated, you know? So I'll usually sip on a beer, then I'll eat, have a beer with my meal, and then by then it's time to go. Or if people are like, hey, let's stay here for a little bit longer, then I'll have maybe 1 more beer, and that's it. So 3 beers max when I go to a restaurant. Speak of the devil. I don't know why I was saying that, because he's not the devil and we're not speaking about him, but hey, are you outside? Okay, be right there in a sec. Okay, so Jose, I need you to or I'm sorry, evil doers beware. I need you to.
How dare you?
Hey, that's a
That's
very
my
common,
government name.
It could be anybody, dude. I need you to do me a favor for like a minute, just like be entertaining.
Be
Can you do
entertaining.
that? Well, I have to answer the front gate.
All right, be quick about it.
I'll be very quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and recite some of my poems from. All right. Well, James is leaving the building. He's officially left, and now we're waiting for Mike to go ahead and come in and join us right here. Don't have much to say. Didn't prepare for this. I don't got a stack of cards to like ruffle and you know what? I'll tell a story. I was listening to Kevin and Bean the other day, and there was this thing about this guy who took super Viagra in Laguna Beach, and then he put a cock ring on. And after he put that cock ring on, he couldn't fucking take it off anymore because, well, he took super Viagra. So he was there, and they did this thing where, because he went to his friend's house who was in Laguna. Oh, well, they're back now. So I was telling a story that I heard on Kevin and Bean about some dude in Laguna Beach. And they called the cops on him because he was outside in Laguna Beach, you know, like fucking, like with his windows up, and it was all hot, you know, it's been hot and shit like that. And this was like maybe like last month, sometime in the middle. And so they called the cops. Cops came, and what was going on was this fool took super Viagra. He put a cock ring on. I guess he was gonna like, you know. Like,
hold on, what's super Viagra?
it is what it sounds like. I guess. I mean, I guess there's Viagra and there's super Viagra. You know. In
case you want your dick to explode into a banana
I guess,
peel, I guess,
dude. So the cock ring was stuck for days, dude. So he's there, the fire department comes and everybody, and they lube it up. They can't get that shit off, man. And he can't get his fucking boner down. And then, so what's going to happen is, it's like, dude, you could lose your dick, you know? So they go and they're like, we're going to have to drain it with a fucking syringe, you know? That motivated him enough to get that lube and get that fucking cock ring out, dude. And then the next day, I'm driving back to work, and then, you know, Kevin and Bean and shit like that, and then they give him an update, and he kept his dick, and it still works and everything, man. The guy fucking saved his dick.
I guess there's a spider that reacts like...
Oh, you know I saw that. Yeah.
This spider, if it bites you, the way it like infects you is it makes your dick like super fucking hard to the point where it hurts, dude. So... What? Your dick's so hard that you just like you don't even want it anymore. You'll probably cut that shit off just to quit the fucking agony of having a raging hard on.
So what's the purpose of that in the animal world? Does that do that to all animals, like horses and?
That's a good question. Maybe it's to stop the mating process for another species or something. But I mean, I just thought that's fucking hilarious.
And then like, but it stops your heart eventually, doesn't it?
Well, I think all the blood will end up going to your dick, so then maybe you can't.
Right.
You'll just pass out because your brain doesn't have no fucking blood going to it or something. I don't know why, but when I went to go answer the gate real quick and I came back in and talked about a cock ring, you're talking about a cock ring. For some reason, I thought I was going to have something to do with this story. I thought you were just like making it up some shit.
No. I couldn't think of anything.
If you guys know Evil Doers Beware, like I know him, that's something he would have done. So that's why I was like totally...
What do you have a cock ring?
I don't have a cock ring, but he will just totally...
I'll make up a story about him and act like it's totally legit.
Right.
And then tell people and shit like that. And then he'll deny it. And it makes him look worse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's like if someone says you farted in a room and you farted and you
Yeah.
deny it.
Oh,
It's
I
you.
did it. Yeah.
It's you. Yeah, it has to be you.
Like that time, remember you were staring at my dick when we were taking the leak outside?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, see?
What are you saying that, dude? Dude, I wasn't looking at your dick, man. I was looking at the arch of your stream, right?
I just wanted to know, if mine was normal. It goes to the left. And
I was just being a good friend. I was checking to see the color of your urine. If it was a dark Coca-Cola color, I was going to tell you need to see a doc about that.
I like that joke you said. I don't know if you thought of it or you heard it somewhere, but you said like when you jerk off, it's like you jerk off, you snap your fingers and shit. Or I like the one your dick's so small that you piss on your nutsack.
Yeah. That was from like a Snaps book in like middle school.
What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it to a Snaps book in middle school.
Yeah. Back when that was cool, remember?
There was this cool ass book like when I was in elementary school. and it was like the dirtiest joke book or whatever. And we're in elementary school, so it seemed like so inappropriate for we'd be reading it. Like almost like we're reading a Playboy or something at that time, like we're in our room fucking making sure no one's around. Okay, tell the joke. Here's this joke right here. There's